Lee from Teaching Artists Guild, and we are excited to continue on with our BIPOC youth-led series, Youth Right Now Equals Truth Right Now. And Kenny, are we recording?
We are.
Excellent. Today we are talking about how you can be a dream facilitator, but we have two more series that are coming up, two more workshops coming up. The next one next month is Youth Activists, and how do you create an engaging environment to nurture youth activists? And we have some amazing young activists that are working on on children in cages and immigrant rights, on environmental awareness and the Sunrise Movement, and on Black Lives Matter. So we hope that you'll join us next month. And then after that, we have another one about interactive online workshops. So we hope that you'll join us for those. But today, you are here, if we could move the slide forward, with both a great teaching artist, Erica Merrit from Arts Core, and our lovely facilitator, Jessica Price. So we're so excited to have both of them. And we're going to just start off with the amazing teaching artist, Erica, introducing our lovely young presenter today, Jessica.
There we go. I had to turn the mic on. That always helps. Hello, everyone. Thank you for spending this time with us. It's such a beautiful day outside, so we feel blessed that you're here with us. My name is Erica Merrit. I'm a longtime teaching artist, and I got the opportunity to mentor one of my youth in facilitation skills. This young lady is a beautiful, bright personality, and actually had to step in for someone else who had a family emergency. So she didn't have much time to get all this together, like not much time at all. So I appreciate her stepping in. I know she'll do absolutely fabulous because that's what she does. She can't do anything else. So I appreciate that. But you just giving her some grace and space to work it out. And again, this is our wonderful Miss Jessica Price.
Oh, Jessica, before we turn the mic over to you entirely, excuse me, I'm sorry, adulting right here. I forgot to introduce our amazing ASL interpreters. We have with us Melissa Ruiz and Dresden Lamar today that will be interpreting for you. So we really appreciate Pro Bono ASL. Jessica, back to you.
Hi, my name is Jessica Price. I am a young performing artist from the Central District, and I put this workshop together with the support of Miss Erica. And this workshop is about what a dream workshop would look like for me. So now I want to get to know you guys. So can you please put in the chat your name, your personal pronoun, and your favorite color? Ooh, a lot of greens. So we now take a moment to read the chat and get to know a bit about the others in the Zoom workshop. Okay, now Miss Erica is going to share her whiteboard. Miss Erica, can you please do that for me now?
Mm-hmm.
And on where it says you're viewing Erica's screen, there's going to be a view options. So will you please press view options? And then there's going to be an annotate options within the view options. And then press text. And we're going to be brainstorming ideas of what your dream workshop would include. So what are some things that you guys would like to see in a workshop? And it's totally okay if some of you guys have the same answers. Yes. I'm loving all of these ideas, and now I'm going to share what my important aspects of a workshop would be. So obviously a fun icebreaker that we just did, because it breaks up the tension in the room and makes everybody more comfortable. And then relatable content where you're not just bored and sitting in a room and you have something to relate to. And laughter, because I always want to have fun. I want this to be a fun experience. And games in a competitive component, because I'm very competitive and I hope you guys are too, because we're going to play a lot of games. And music, because it's soothing, and sometimes music speaks louder than words. So today's workshop is centered around cultural responsive teaching. Cultural responsive teaching connects learning with cultural content that connects students to the lesson. Okay, now we're on to our first activity. Okay, so you're going to name as many people of color you can that have contributed to society in an essential way in the chat, but you're not going to actually click it in the chat. You're just going to put it in there. How many people, not the person, just how many people you have. And then when I say click, we're going to click. So how many people of color that have contributed to society in a positive way?
Jessica,
Okay,
for
so-
clarification, is this a number or a
Yes.
people? A number, okay.
A number. How many
So
people, not the person.
So definitely make a list, but we only want you to put your number of how many you got. Definitely make a list, but we want you to put the number in the chat so we just see how many you got. And then don't push send until the end of the time limit. And Jessica, when you're ready, you can tell them start, and I'll get my timer ready.
Okay, start. 20, jeez.
You guys will have 3 minutes. Again, this is any contributor to society in an essential way, a person of color. All right, time. That was a bit short. Did that on purpose. Thought about it, and 3 minutes was a little long. Go ahead, Jess.
Now I want you guys to do the same thing, but you can't include people in the media like athletes and music artists and movie stars.
Let me get my timer. Jessica, you might have to look at your phone and do the timing. My phone died.
So we're gonna give you 3 more minutes to do the same thing, excluding music artists, athletes. people of that sort.
Did you say go?
I did say go. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. I apologize for the vacuum, but though you guys got way more than I thought you would get, and it didn't really change the game for you guys. It often does for a lot of children and other people. And that's why cultural responsive teaching is very important. Because oftentimes, traditional studies do not include information or people that is not in the mainstream media. And teachers must work outside the box to make sure that this information is taught to the students. That is where intentionality plays a huge role. So now we're gonna play cultural responsive Jeopardy. This is gonna be fun. So each participant must answer questions in the style of Jeopardy. I hope you guys know how to play Jeopardy. So the question would be, who is Maya Angelou? And then the answer would be, she was a civil rights activist, well is known for the poem Still I Rise. So the first person to put in the chat gets the point. Okay? Just be prepared. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Want to clarify that Jeopardy, that she's gonna say the answer first, and then you're going to answer it in question form. So the answer was, say it again, what's the answer, Jessica?
The answer is, she was a civil rights activist as well as a poet who wrote Still I Rise.
And the question would be,
who is Maya Angelou?
That's how it's done. All right. So remember, when you're typing in the chat your answer, you have to write who is before the answer, or it doesn't count.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an easy one. You guys are gonna get it. I'm just trying to prepare you guys for what's to come. He was a professional boxer, an activist, and was nicknamed the greatest. You got it.
Ooh, let's see who got it first, though. Hold on, because these answers are flying in. I need help. Hold on. Okay. This chat thing is hard.
Adriana.
Is it Adriana who got it first?
Yes.
Okay, give her the point. I'll give her the point.
Here's another one. I think you guys are gonna get this too. But she invented the world's first hair straightening formula and the hot comb. You guys are fast.
They are. Who's the first? You got to help me. I can't. I need help, Nico. We need to know who says things first. I'll write down the score.
That was Kenya.
All right, Kenya. All right.
That's another good one. Okay. He was an American lawyer, a rights activist, and the first Black justice in the Supreme Court. Oh, Kenya. Kenya was first.
Kenya's on a mission.
She is on a mission. Okay.
Go, Kenya. Go, Kenya.
Go, Kenya. Okay. He invented the light bulb and electric lamps. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Uh-oh. Jennifer got it. What's a really hard one that I don't think you guys are gonna get? Okay, I have
It's
one.
on both the other list too. The hard list.
Okay. Who invented sanitary napkins? Wipes.
Ooh.
Not pads.
Shannon's face.
Who invented pads?
Thank God for them.
Jesus. Jennifer got it again.
You know what, Jennifer? Okay.
Yes. Okay. One more. This one's hard. Jennifer might get it, but who knows? Who invented the security system?
Jessica, let's do a few more.
Okay.
That time.
Who invented the security system? Yes. Adriana got it.
Adriana.
All
It's
right.
a tie. Adriana, Kenya, and Jennifer is tied up. Let's go.
Okay. What's another good one? Okay, she was an abolitionist. She was born in slavery. She escaped.
Yeah, right.
Ah! Jennifer got it.
I hope she did.
Well, it depends how picky you want to be, because Jennifer said who is Tubman and Maya said who is Harriet Tubman.
Oh,
As
exactly.
fast as possible.
What,
Well,
Jessica?
First.
Maybe we give it to them both unless you want to decide who gets it.
Well, she was trying to write it first. She's being competitive. I'm gonna give it to Jennifer.
Okay.
Okay. Who invented the traffic light and the gas mask? Who is it? The traffic light and the gas mask. Jeannie got it, not Jennifer. Jeannie. Okay, let's do one more. What's a good one? What's a really good one? Okay. He was a minister, an activist, and the leader of the civil rights movement. Oh, they got it before it was even finished.
Jeez.
Before it was even done.
Somebody came to win.
That's Kenya. That was Kenya.
Oh, Kenya wins it with the 3. Oh, wait a minute. You have to do one more between Kenya and Jennifer because it's tied. One.
Okay.
between those two.
This is the tiebreaker. Holy crap, this is good. Okay. Who invented laser cataract surgery? Nobody? No takers for who invented laser cataract surgery? Okay, that means it was a good question. Let's digress. We're gonna try a different one.
Wait, are you going to tell us who it was?
Oh, Patricia Bath.
Thank you.
Okay, this one, it's gonna be easy, but you gotta be first. Put your fingers on the keyboard. Okay. Activist known as the mother of the freedom movement. Kenya got it. Oh.
All right, Kenya, good job.
Good job. Okay, now we're gonna move on to history-themed rhyme scheme. You get it? Okay. So what is rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme labels the pattern of rhymes in a poem or verse.
Let me share my screen. 1 second, babe. Give me a second.
So we'll be showing you 2 different rhyme schemes to use for our next activity.
All right, here we go.
So there is AABB, where A and A rhyme, and B rhyme. So it'll go, so glad you're here. Have no fear. Learning can be fun when correctly done. So the first 2 lines rhyme, the second 2 lines rhyme. And this one I like better because you don't have to rhyme as many lines. So it's A, B, C. It's not D, but it's B. So
yeah, little mistake there. Sorry, this is supposed to be B.
So the second line and the fourth line are going to rhyme. So now it's time for you to write 4 lines, must include leaders of color, and it rhymes. So now you guys are going to make your own 4-line rhyme, which will be an example for intentionality in cross-discipline curriculum. So you guys have 10 minutes to write a 4-line rhyme about one of the POC people that have contributed in society. And I'm gonna ask some of you to share, so be prepared.
Jessica, there's a question about using it. Can people use any rhyme scheme they want?
Yes. For sure.
To join my following.
Shannon, fast.
Yes, you can do a poem. You can make a poem, a verse and a song, a rap verse. It doesn't have to be adventures. It just needs to be leader. You're fine. These are good. So are any of you guys willing to share your poem, verse, and a song, your rap? You guys want to share any of them?
Are you asking us to say it out loud? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go. Repping in ballet, Misty came to slay. She always be on point, so the next generation we will anoint.
Yes.
We would like as many as possible of people to share, please, because we want to hear what you thought of.
The Nugent sisters said, "We're going to teach." Nanny Helen Burroughs said, "Yes, sisters, preach."
Yes.
Okay, I'll go. My heart was a flutter, not because I needed a pacemaker. And if my heart did, I know it would have surrendered to Otis Boykin. And my ode to Otis may have also relied on the drops of blood offered by Charles Drew.
Nice.
Yes.
I'll go. Yeah, I have these cards. Do you know about these cards? The Black History flashcards and stuff like that. So I just went through and picked some people out and learned about them. So Maggie Lena Walker, our bright, smart talker, first Black women bank president, wish I'd been a resident.
These are good.
Maggie.
I'll go.
Rosa Parks took a stand by not getting up for another white man. She is a hero in this land.
That was great.
I'll go. I wrote, her name is Harriet, but please, she deaf Ms. Tubman. Brave, fierce, and powerful. When others quaked, she led them.
Like, I feel like if we all put these together, we can make a very inspirational song.
These are awesome. Come on, y'all. There's lots of people in this room we want to hear.
Who's calling the action? Dr. Sherry Jackson. Her telephone is the first touch tone.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. We got some poets in here. Come on. There's people we haven't heard from. Jessica, do you need to call people out of the chat?
You know about Carver, but do you know about Boone? She made it easier in the laundry room. You've heard about Edison shining bright, but it was Latimer who brought us the light.
Yes. With the voice to go with it. All right.
Sewing together vivid colors to compose a quilt of storied layers, her name was Faith Ringgold, and her art was soft but bold.
Over a bridge he marched with King when others were quite clueless. He boldly spoke in Washington. Hooray for the great John Lewis.
You guys are really doing well. I'm very impressed.
Very impressed.
I might be a little surprised. Come on.
Just a few
There are
more.
more of you. Jessica, start checking that.
I'll go.
Thank you.
I'll go. I'm driving, so I didn't write this,
Okay.
but I'll share what I came up with. Descendant of Jamaica, I celebrate Queen Nanny. She led a slave revolt for freedom. It was revolutionary.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
You sound underwater. So you might want to throw it in the chat and I can read it for you, whoever that is.
No, the rhythm, I don't know if you know my rhythm. Can you hear me now?
Still sounds like you're underwater.
Who's that Marjorie of his first song? There's something in the chat from Jennifer.
Jessica, you want to share that one that Jennifer put in the chat? Is that who was trying to speak? I couldn't tell.
I don't know. I think so.
Louis Lattimore drew up the first phone and invented the lights we all use in our home. He made a prototype of the first AC and wrote poems and plays and the pleas of equality.
So let's see. Louis Latimer drew up the first phone and then the lights we all use in our home. He made a prototype for the first AC and wrote poems and plays and pleas for equality. There we go. Lovely.
Okay, can you hear me now?
All right, Nina.
Audre Lorde stood tall and proud, screamed her identities loud, carved out space, called out race.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Come on, anyone else willing? Jessica, did you write one?
No, I should have.
Okay. I think that let's see, who's next? Who didn't Audre Lorde so tall. I love that one. So there are some people who haven't shared, and that's okay. we would have loved for you to do so, as we do, you know, our students. Oh, here we go, Lydia. Go ahead.
That was just the poem I already shared.
Oh,
about
it is? Okay, thanks, Lydia.
Yeah.
No worries. Let's see. Let me go. Yeah, I guess it would be helpful if I got down to the bottom here. I'm horrible with this chat. Anyone else want to share? Okay. We are going to take a 5. If there's no one else who wants to share. No one else? Okay, we're gonna take just a 5-minute break so that Jessica and I can consult on bringing this wonderful workshop to a close. We have one more activity, but 5 minutes, so it's 2:10. Please do not be late. Come back at 2, what, Jessica? What time?
2:15.
That's right, 2:15.
You
All
guys
right,
did
so
amazing.
2:15.
I want to thank you guys for coming out of the box and sharing vocally and all your amazing ideas.
All right, so let's, all right, so Jessica, I'm getting ready to call you. We'll be back in 5 minutes, 2:15. Thank you all.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to our next activity, and it's connected to the second activity we did. We're gonna play Jeopardy again, but you guys are going to ask the questions. You guys are gonna come up with your own questions and put them in the chat. And the point you get is for the questions that nobody could answer because they were so hard. It's gonna be a challenge.
So you get 60 seconds, and if no one can answer it in 60 seconds, then that person gets a point. So your point is to stump us, right? Is to get something hard. You want to come up with 3 hard questions, and we'll give them how much time, Jessica?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, that's it? Okay.
If you
They
guys
can do
can
it.
do it, if not, we can add some more time.
Okay. So let us know when we need to get started.
Jessica, can you do that description one more time again for all of us? We're playing Jeopardy again, and just give us one more time.
We're playing Jeopardy again, but instead of me asking the questions and coming up with the questions, you're going to come up with the questions yourself. And the point is for you to stump all of us. A question that nobody can answer within 60 seconds. So we're going to get 60 seconds to answer the question. If nobody can answer it, then you get the point.
And is the frame of reference still with BIPOC inventors?
Yes.
Thank you, Miko.
Does it have to be inventors specifically?
It could be inventors, leaders, people of influence.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, you ready, Jessica?
That wasn't 5 minutes, or was I supposed to say go?
Did you have them to start out? You didn't say start. You got to actually say start.
Go, start.
Would you care to join my following? No, sir. I do not follow. Would you care to join my following? No, sir. I do not follow. Would you care to join my following? No, sir. I do not follow.
And you don't have to put your questions in the chat just yet. We don't want to give anybody any extra time to answer. But let's see how we, why don't you, let's check in. Can you, that's about 5 minutes. Is everybody ready? Can you, I'm trying to figure out how to get a response from everybody. I think you can put a thumbs up maybe in the chat if you think that you're ready.
For those of you that don't know, there's a reaction button down in the bottom, and you can put a thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna wait till everyone's thumbs are up and then we'll move forward.
I was precipitous. I put it in the chat already.
That's okay, honey. That's all right.
Okay.
Somebody's looking at that answer as we speak right now. They're gonna get that point. That's okay.
I know they're gonna get all 3 points.
Oh no, that's okay.
Jessica, a question has come up. How many questions do you want people to provide?
2 or 3?
2 or 3. So again, because some people have private messaged me just to say that we are playing Jeopardy again, but you all are coming up with the questions on your own, 2 to 3 questions focused on a BIPOC changemaker. I think most folks are ready because the thumbs went up at different times.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Like we would like to do it one at a time. So.
Ooh,
Would like people to speak, Jessica?
Yes, speaking, please.
You know, because we can't see who wants to go first, we're gonna try to do this popcorn style. So if someone wants to go, go. If you interrupt, you know, if you run into someone, then we'll back up and try again. But let's try to do this popcorn style. Or Jessica, you can look in the chat and call on people. That might be easier. Why don't you look in the chat and call on people?
Okay.
There is one raised hand if we want to do that, and that is
okay.
Adriana.
Okay. Perfect.
And before we start, the question is, how do they answer? Is it, again, it's in the chat, right?
In the chat, yep.
And you have to answer Jeopardy style.
Right.
So it's who is.
And within 60 seconds, or the originator of the question gets the point.
Oh, did everybody get that? Say that one more time.
And you have to answer it within 60 seconds, or the originator of the question gets the point.
Right, we're flipping it around. It's the question, the person that thinks of this wonderful question, original and fantastic, right, that gets the point.
So Adriana is going to go first because they had a hand raised.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Renowned dancer, saw her rise to fame in France, only official female speaker at the March on Washington.
Oh. And then the person who answers the question, who asked the question, can you see the chat? Because the first thing I see is Josephine Baker. Is that right?
That is correct. Best remembered
right.
for her famous banana skirt.
That's
Awesome.
Twinkle. Twinkle gets the point. Yay, Twinkle.
Twinkle gets the point.
Twinkle, do you want to go next?
Sure.
So almost, I'm sorry, so clarify, you get a point if you're the first person or
and
one point given. Either you're the first person that answers it or you're the person that gave the question and it wasn't answered in 60 seconds. Should we say 30 seconds, y'all? Yep, I like that. 30 seconds. I saw one person nod their head, and that was Jan. That was good enough for me. So 30 seconds. If it's not answered in 30 seconds, the question asker creator gets the point. If it's answered correctly within 30 seconds, the participant gets the point. All right, let's go.
She's a South African-born singer known to be an activist to end segregation in the U.S. and as well as apartheid.
Ooh, somebody's quick. Is it
Maya.
Miriam?
Maya, so fast.
Maya.
Okay, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Miriam
Jamming,
McCabe.
all right.
Maya, do you want to go next?
Sure. She was a Union spy who on occasion worked in the home of Jefferson Davis and was very helpful to the North in foiling the plans of the South.
Is it Aaron?
Jennifer got it. Mary Bowser.
You're gonna get that one. Oh.
Wait a minute. Is anybody keeping score? Hold on, man. Hold on. I think that was me. Sorry. Go ahead.
Jennifer, do you want to go?
Sure. He wrote the story that the science fiction movie Arrival was based on.
Is that correct in the chat, Samuel Delaney?
It's not, but it's a good guess.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
Time is running thin. 10 seconds.
Ooh, 3 seconds. Time.
Who forgets it?
Yay! Our first question creator gets the point. Okay, awesome.
What's the answer?
Jennifer.
It was Ted Chiang.
All right, Mr. Chang. All right. Twinkle. Okay.
Jan, you want to go?
All right. She's 13 years old and she has raised over $500,000 for environmental racism. She wrote a letter to President Obama that brought light to a issue that was so important. Who is she?
Is it Greta?
Nope.
Oop, sorry, Shannon.
Greta's not black.
It's person of color, right? It could be.
Yeah, it's a person of color. Right?
That's right.
Who is she? And she's 13 now. She was only 8 when she wrote the letter to President Obama.
Oh, that's awesome. Can't wait to hear who this is.
Who is she? Gonna get this one. 8 seconds.
Come on.
Who's Marie Copeny? Copeny,
yes!
right?
Oh, by a sliver, by 1 second.
Exactly. It was a split second. Good job.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I think they both should get the point because it was just so close. Oh.
also known as Little Miss Flint, for those
yes.
of you.
Oh, Little Miss Flint. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I was itching and not typing just to not play the game.
And it's like, it shows young people have a voice and make such an impact.
That's right. I love it, Jan.
Tiana, do you want to go next? They got that point.
Mm-hmm.
I do not see you or you're on mute.
Okay, Tiana, are you there?
Oh, sorry.
There, I just.
I read a question now? Sorry,
yes.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Turn.
Well, mine has been in the chat for a long time, but this is the first African-American author of a published book of poetry.
Nice.
Oh, Jennifer got it.
Of course, Jennifer got it.
Okay, Phyllis Wheatley. that right?
Yes, Phyllis Wheatley.
All right, thank you. Do you have another one you want to share? You guys can share one or two.
No, I can popcorn to someone else.
Okay.
Or if does Jennifer have a question?
Jennifer, Helea says Jennifer is schooling us, which she is. Do we have? Come on, who have any more volunteers? I like these questions. These are great.
Mark, go for it.
All right, here we go. He was an author, and he wrote a book that became the first major miniseries, which featured LeVar Burton and Cicely Tyson. That's right.
Awesome.
I think Tony was first there, but that's a lot of people. Yeah.
Nope, I was first.
Who said I was first?
Twinkle.
Twinkle, and mine. Who is on mine? Oh, let's give it to them both because it comes in exactly the same time. Tony and
Everybody
Twinkle.
came in at 5:33.
Oh yes, everybody did. And Jennifer and.
Well, who was the first person?
In my feed, the first person that comes up is Tony, but the time is everybody. Wow.
Right. So I think we have to go. Let me see if he's my first too, because the thing is,
mine too.
We do this all the time.
Actually, that's the wrong answer. It was Jim Smith.
Oh, wow. Who was the first person that got it right? Then it's the first person that pops up on the screen. That's the only way to break the tie. And it's not our fault. So, Miko, you tell us. You're reading.
Mine is Tony. Sorry, Twinkle.
And was that the right answer from Tony?
Yes. Who is Alex Haley?
All right. Wonderful. Thank you. Good question. We have time for a few more. Come on.
All right, I can do one.
Thanks.
This person was a co-founder of STAR, Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, and their middle name stood for Pay It No Mind. Yes, Kenya.
I love how fast some people are.
Yeah. I know. Geez.
The answer is Marsha P. Johnson.
So Kenya gets the point.
Kenya gets the point. Kenya, do you want to do one?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
No?
Yes, we can hear you. Go, Kenya.
I was like, good Lord. Okay, popular, sorry, I didn't write this down. Popular Black woman sci-fi novel writer.
All right. Now, sci-fi novel writer. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Octavia Butler, really?
That's the one. That's the one.
So that is Twinkle. Yo, Twinkle. Got that one. First person up.
Twinkle got one. All right, Twinkle. So right now, the people who have 2 points are Twinkle, Jennifer, Tiana. Is that right? Am I wrong, anyone? Has anyone else gotten 2 that I don't know? All right, I'm trying. Okay, who's next?
I want to go so I can get up to the 2 people.
All right, all right.
All right. Who is the filmmaker of the documentary Black Boys Walking?
Ooh, yeah, that smile on her face, that look on her face. She said she's coming for that point.
Yeah.
Oh, Tiana, I didn't know. Okay, thanks for being honest, Tiana. We'll just scribble your point out.
10 seconds.
And everyone needs to see this documentary if you haven't seen it yet.
Right. If we don't,
you got it. Yes. All right. John Thomas Royston and Chad Williamson. Check it out. It is the most dynamic documentary right now on Peacock Films.
Dan, can you throw that in the chat for us, please?
Yes.
Please. One of the best things about this game is that we get to learn things we may not have known. I've learned a lot. I'm excited.
I love as Helene's pointing out, our competitive TAs. Nina has one, and I'll read it out. Oh, I know the answer to this one too. Who was the Japanese American woman who collaborated with Malcolm X and was at his side?
Good one. Good one. And I don't know it.
Jennifer put, but I think you need a full name, Jennifer.
Uh-oh. Jennifer. Oh, there we go. Okay, Jennifer gets the
Yes, that is correct. Who is Yuri Kochiyama?
All right, we'll have time for 3 more questions, and that's it. That means it's getting really close. Who has 3 more questions for us? At least if you haven't shared, please share. Please share.
Oh my gosh, I gotta do one.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to play, but I can't help it. So she coined the phrase, "We are the leaders we've been waiting for."
Ooh.
Martin Luther King Jr. wrote the "I Have a Dream" speech in her basement.
What?
And there is a school in her name.
Oh, this should be an easy one, but it ain't. See how horrible I am? It's the teacher's fault in America that didn't teach me this.
Is it Aretha Franklin? Twinkle said. Nope.
That would have been a good one. Come on. Mahalia? Really?
No.
And no Mahalia, Lydia. Sorry. These are all great people.
And you get it, Miko.
I got the point. So the answer is, who is Grace Lee Boggs?
Say it, put it in the chat, Miko, so I can write it down, because clearly I need to learn this one. All right. So again, Jennifer is ahead. We got Twinkle and Jan with the 2 points. Jennifer with 3. We have 2 more questions. Let's see if anybody can get ahead.
Jessica, there's one more in the chat. Do you want to read it by Kira?
Sure.
The given
name of a musical prodigy and activist whose nickname means little one. She was known for her unique blend of jazz, blues, and classical music. We'll do yours next, David. Ooh, are you timing, Jennifer? John Thomas, Roykin, and Chad Williamson of Never Whisper Justice Black Boys documentary. Is that right?
No, that was for the other thing.
I'm sorry.
And
Nina Simone?
She got the point because nobody answered the question.
Well, look, I have a couple of answers. Who was Nina Simone? Well, okay.
What is the answer? I actually, Mark did I think mistake, put a private message to me of who is Nina Simone. Is that the?
Oh, okay. So who was the answer? I'm sorry, who's the answer? I'm confused. So the question was way up there about, was, because we got a couple of questions.
Kira has the question, Kira Stiegel. The given name of a musical prodigy and activist whose nickname means little one. She was known for her unique blend of jazz, blues, and classical.
And did anyone answer it? Please let me know.
Eunice Wayman. Kira's putting in the chat.
All right.
Is Nina Simone. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Kira, Eunice Wayman, is that Nina Simone's real name? Oh, wow.
I never knew that.
I love David and Mark. All the musicians are nodding.
Yeah,
I just love
Nina
it.
Simone, the one that wrote the musical about the bombing of the church where in Birmingham.
Okay.
With the killing of the girls.
Oh, all right. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's see. It looks like people are answering in the chat. They've just taken over.
Yeah. They're answering my question.
But I think our last question is, who's the leader? Is that right? Who's the leader of the independence movement that created the first Black-led republic? And it don't count if you answered already. Put it in there again.
No, Maya got it because she was first.
Who got it?
Maya Mia?
No one has it correct as yet.
Oh, yay. Sorry. Come on. Who is Toussaint Levitch? I don't know how to say that. Who saw
It's on Louverture. Yes, Tony got it correct.
All right, Tony. Good job.
Good
So
lady.
Tony has 2. So Jennifer wins. Jennifer wins with her 3 again, and that's okay. That's totally okay. All right, I'm gonna stop my screen share. I don't know why I'm sharing anyway. Weird. Okay, so what's next, Jessica?
We're gonna talk about
Speak a little louder, babe.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I will hope that you guys respond. What are the challenges in keeping teenagers engaged in lesson plans?
Yeah, so just type some of those challenges out, and we're gonna read them out. Jeez, my chat is horrible. I need you, Amico, to read the questions because
so people are talking, and actually I got some private messages about this too. Most people are saying that it's about being old and about relevance, trying to stay current with what young folks are saying, meeting young people where they're at, representation, finding exciting ways for them to risk being seen and trying new things. And a bunch of people wrote asking about how do we create a safe space for our young people so that they can feel that they could share and have fun.
Let's start there. Jessica, tell me what you think a safe space looks like when you're in a classroom and it makes you feel like you want to share, you want to be open and want to be engaged. What do you think is important to you?
Understanding and being able to make mistakes without embarrassment, I would say, is a big thing for me. And having prior knowledge, or that's where cultural responsive teaching comes in handy, where you're learning about who you are, your culture, other people's culture, and you know more about who you are, and it makes you more open to learn more.
Can you read some other ones, Miko?
Before we read a little bit more, I wonder if Jessica, if you could talk a little bit more about what culturally responsive teaching means to you.
Well, cultural responsive teaching means to me thinking outside the box and bringing culture, people, the students' identity to the lesson plan. And it means including the students in the lesson so they're more engaged and more likely to enjoy the lesson.
So that kind of brings us to some of these questions that are on representation and making it relevant. If Tony talks about finding new ways for young people to risk, to be seen. There's a lot of things around safe spaces and speaking honestly. What are some other ways that we as adults can create a safe space for you?
A way to create a safe space. Being honest, I would say teachers like to hold back a lot, and we appreciate honesty and you being forward with us, and just having regular conversations sometimes help. Like, how's your dog doing? So
how about consistent cultural responsive teaching? So it's not just one time a year or a special time, but what do you think about making it normalized, right?
Yes.
So this is nothing special.
In a lot of places, it's not in the curriculum. And teachers usually only do it during Black History Month, but including it in regular lesson plans, and then we're learning more.
And how about, I just want to say, I think it's important because I think that every youth deserves to feel valued and celebrated in school, right? We see oftentimes students just see one color or predominant color, and they learn about them. And so they get to grow up and learn that they are great and people of their type are leaders and superstars. But we saw the immediate response in Black Panther when that movie came out. So many people of color thought, wow, I can be a superstar. It's that sense of self-efficacy. So making it normalized in the classroom where people are learning about all the cultures and all the wonderful things and inventions that they've contributed to society, and making that a norm and common knowledge, not special knowledge.
And it opens up the students to other people's culture. So they understand people's culture, people's religion, and a lot of bullying comes from different cultures and religions. So if they understand, then the problem's pretty much solved.
Speaking of bullying, Maya has brought up the power paradigm that exists between the adult teaching artist and the young person. Can you talk about a little bit about what you think is the best balance for making a nurturing classroom for you?
When we first get in there, when you first introduce yourself, do it with authority, but also tell them that you understand, tell them that this is a fun environment, but also have structure. I feel like structure and consistency are two big things.
Do you like it when young people are involved in the teaching? Like when teachers ask the young person to teach the lesson or have them to come up, with the curriculum? What do you think about that?
If it's a comfortable environment, everyone knows each other and everyone's comfortable, I feel like it's a great lesson because student teaching student, it works.
Why?
Because we're the same. With teachers, it's like you said, the power dynamic, but it's student and students. It's like, okay, you understand, I don't understand. You can help me understand because we started off in the same place. So where did I go wrong and you went right?
A few people are writing about utilizing visual storytelling, materials that aren't necessarily just written on paper. Can you talk a little bit more about multidisciplinary teaching and how that impacts you and how you feel like that creates a space for you?
Sometimes, because there are a lot of different ways of teaching and a lot of different attention spans. Videos, music, movies really help to actually, sometimes seeing people of color is more effective than just saying it.
And some people are making notes about bringing in research from cultures and talking about different cultures in the classroom. Can you speak a little bit about the nuance to doing that? And I know Erica was mentioning how these months, the heritage months, and celebrating in that way versus incorporating that into your curriculum throughout the year, but also how do teaching artists go about selecting folks that they would even bring into a classroom?
Like even for science teachers, you do Black scientists, people of color scientists. It doesn't, because a lot of time it's even history. It's usually always white people. It doesn't, and you also have to not make it such a big deal. Like, this is a Black scientist. You know, put it in there.
How do you like to see it? Like, okay, so they were asking also, Jessica, how do you want them to incorporate it? Is this through things that, that you think of, or do you think that they should ask, do you think the teachers should think of this material, or should they ask the youth what they want and then the teacher figures out how to implement it? What do you think about that?
I feel like what they want, because it gives the students an opinion, a voice about what they want to learn. So having the students put in their opinion about who, what, how they want to learn is very good and important.
Okay, so like asking the students, who would you want to come in as a guest speaker? Do you know of anyone? Just including them in the hall? Okay.
And one of my teachers, actually, he just used to bring people.
How did the youth respond to the people he brought? Were they like bored?
No.
Did they like this? Why?
It was informative. Because both my teacher and the people he would bring were upbeat, and when people wouldn't talk, he would bring them in, give them real life examples, and everybody was really engaged.
Okay.
And when you say bring people in, you mean specifically role models, people of color that could represent different experiences for the students?
Yes.
So a question has come up about, David, do you want to just ask this question straight out? I think it's a good one.
Sure. Hello. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I'm late. I do apologize, but I did come in the question competition, and that was really very exciting for me to come in the middle of that excitement. So I appreciate it. What a fantastic group. And Jessica, I just have a question, and thank you, Jessica, Miko, and Erica and our signers. So thankful to everybody. What happens? I teach primarily in the college level, but I have extensive experience working with high school and middle school as well. But what do you recommend or suggest when someone like myself, from the get-go, from the beginning, tries to bring in the learners to develop course curriculum and build lesson plans, but are met with that shy silence, and that shy silence or discomfort of wanting to participate is like, it sustains itself. And do you have any kind of insight and recommendations? I'm just really curious to hear your thoughts about that.
Well, one of my teachers, she would do the lesson plan at the beginning of the year. She would do a lesson plan that involved people of color and just people in general. And then at the end of the quarter or at the end of the semester, she would ask them, do you like how this is working? Do you want to implement more people? So you've already met the students, you already know who they are, and at the end of the quarter, so they are most likely to give you more responses than at the very beginning when it's nervous. It's a new teacher, new classroom, everything.
So just to clarify, you're recommending consistent check-ins throughout the semester or the quarter or however the time frame is measured.
So
Great.
students may not have ideas at the beginning, but when you've been learning with somebody for a certain amount of time, you may, he could do this, he could speak on that.
Jessica,
So
I think go, Erica.
So just being flexible as a teacher, Jessica, to just switch things up if it's intentional, if it suits the students and what they want to learn about, being able to listen to them and incorporate it. Yeah, in real time. Okay.
And Jessica, I think you're speaking a little to what Tony's commenting on about building relationships and how critical it is to have that kind of safety to build a relationship with your students before trying to pull them in to immediately create together. Is that what you're speaking about a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm wondering what you suggest for teaching artists that come in and they're not there for the whole year, but they might just be there for 5 sessions. Are there ways that you think teaching artists can develop a rapport quickly so that they could create with their students?
Be honest, be truthful from the get-go. My teacher, the reason I had a great relationship with him is because he told me everything straightforward. This is what we're doing. This is how we're going to do it. This is why I'm teaching you this. And I respected his honesty, and he was loud, upbeat. We could all hear him, and he was moving around, very engaging and asking us questions. And he always made sure we understood what the lesson plan was and what he was teaching.
Okay, Jessica, so you just graduated from a 1-week camp where you only got to see your instructors 5 times, right? What worked in connecting with those instructors? Because I'm one of them and we're connected. You guys see, we just met about a week ago. And we are just as thick as you want to be. Like, honestly, it's a natural connection and we love each other. So tell us how that happened, Jessica.
Being open-minded, and all the women I met were very inspiring and they inspired us. And I always made sure that we were comfortable and confident enough to be on screen, to say what we needed to say. Because at the first day, I wasn't on screen, but here I am.
Talk about the power dynamic. How did it feel? Did it feel like you were running the show, or did it feel like we were running the show?
It was us running the show because they would tell us what we needed to know. We understood what we needed to do. And they was like, okay, you do this, you figure it out, use your brain, be open-minded, and think of your ideas.
Can you share a little bit about how important or not important you think it is for teaching artists to utilize new technology?
Sometimes it could be a little corny.
Why? What do you mean by that? That's not
because sometimes you guys are always just a tad bit late with
on the new technology. That what you're saying? Oh no.
I don't understand. Like, sometimes I don't think that it is really possible to always stay on top of it, because there's always a new thing every week. So I don't think that it's possible to stay on top of all the culture. So I feel
would you enjoy? Would you appreciate them trying to bring some new stuff?
Yeah, because it's funny.
Oh no, I can't with you. Be supportive, Jessica.
No, but I actually, this is a real question. Somebody actually put this in the chat, but I do think that there's this vulnerability that we as adults bring to the table when we don't. Is that something you feel is a good thing when we come in and say, teach me how to do a TikTok video?
Yeah, it's very appreciated. And you're opening up the door for a good relationship. Show me how to do this. Oh, I like that song that you were playing earlier. It's open communication.
So showing that vulnerability is a good thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I just want to clarify, because a couple of things have come up in personal responses to me, that we are talking about working with all different types of students, not just Black students. We're talking about reaching students where they're at. And Jessica is our presenter today, and is representing her perspective. But really what we're trying to do is how do we reach all students? So I think we have time for a couple of more questions. Anybody has any more? Let me see if any have risen up. I think some of the things that Jessica was doing is showing us, all of us adults, how interactive can be really fun and engaging and participatory. And that has been exciting for me. Jessica?
Yes, our topic was cultural responsive teaching, but the overall goal and the bigger picture is just how to engage these youth. And intentionality was one of the ways, and that's where we brought in the cultural responsive teaching. But really, it's about how you connect, how well you connect, and how soon you connect, right? The sooner that you connect, the easier it is to have that relationship to, relay different information to the youth, and you're growing right away. So I think the most important thing is to build that relationship right away. And Jessica, in building relationships, what do you think is important right away? You said it, but let's say it again. Huh?
Honesty.
Honesty, transparency. What else?
Being open-minded, telling them that you understand. You might not always get it right, but at least you tried. Understanding and honesty are two very, very big things.
Okay, we're going to leave it on that note because we're at time. This has been a lovely time with you all, hearing from one of our young change makers, Jessica Price, and her teaching artist mentor, Erica Merrit. We thank you so much for joining us. Please join us for the rest of our series. What Jessica is recommending is to find different BIPOC folks to bring into your classroom and how critical that is. There's a ton of resources that are out there if you don't know. A tag, we have a social justice database that has those. We are actually also developing a professional development series for next year with Black Lives Matter at School to unpack for high school, elementary school, and early childhood ed, which I'm very excited by because nobody's done that yet. And again, we are looking at that lens as Black liberation is liberation for all of us. And so that's why the Black Lives Matter curriculum is something that we are working on. Next, check us out for next month when we're going to hear from youth activists from all over the country. Thank you to our signers from Pro Bono ASL, everybody that's still on the line, give them some applause. And thank you all for being here. We so appreciate it. And thanks to the Fenwick Foundation and Panteria for supporting our work. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for participating.